Hey everyone, welcome to the results video of multiplayer round 46. Now, in this multiplayer round, every player had to build something. Well, I made a special palette for this round called the Sewage palette. As you can see here in the watercolor, it is all quite brown, greenish. And I also replaced quite a lot of the colors in the map with brown tints. So yeah, the players had to create something with that. 16 players joined in this round, so the round was completely full, and all players finished their entry. So that was really nice. Okay, I will now just show all of these entries. I will start with the one that got last place, and I'll finish by announcing the winner of the round. Alright, in 16th place we have this entry from Yaron. Now, it is a nice plot. I really like the way he did these buildings here. You can see all this water here going through the middle of the plot. And here on one side of the river we have these buildings with this powered coaster that goes through them. Let's see. It sadly only does one circuit. I think it would be nice if it did 2 or 3 circuits, because it's actually quite a short coaster. And typically they do multiple laps. Yeah, I think the problem most people had with this entry is that it's only really half decorated. On this side of the river we only find some plants and trees, and it just screams for something to be built also on this side of the river. Okay, then we make a little jump in score. Here we see the entry from Dave. Well, actually Ovenwood started building on this plot. He built this toilet. And then Dave continued working on this entry and built the go-karts here. Let me quickly use the cutaway view on this plot. Let's do it like this. Alright. I think the toilet is really fitting in this theme, of course. I also really like the way it's decorated here with these cog wheels. I believe it's used as a power source for this plot. I believe I read something like that in the story. I also kind of like the buildings that were made here. But yeah, I think if there was something else just to grab some more attention, maybe a nice coaster on the plot, I think it would have scored much better. But right now the toilet here is funny, but other than that, there's not really something to really grab and keep hold of the attention of the viewer. But so I think Dave did a nice job on the go-karts though. Okay, here's the entry from Soap and Butter Sandwich. Let me quickly see if I can use the cutaway view, because there's quite some tall buildings around this plot. Well, he made this big building here. I actually really like how he did the building. These materials that he used are quite nice. Also like these pipes here with water coming from them. So he made this big factory building. I really like how he did the roof here, and also the top of the roof. It's these base blocks, but also mixed with some different kinds of paths. Well, actually just one kind of path. But yeah, I think it actually gives the roof a nice effect. Called Atomic Spillway. And here in this building we have these splash boats. It's quite a simple layout, but I think it does the job. Also a nice area here for the guests to stand and get splashed by these boats. Yeah, what I think held this plot back from scoring any higher was probably that in this section, well, the building is nice, but it's very brown and it doesn't really have anything to really grab the attention. The building is it's a big block. I must say I do like the way the building looks. But, for example, a tower ride here or something nice on this side, I think the plot would have scored a lot better. But still, it's not easy to make big buildings like this. So I think Soap and Butter Sandwich did a really great job there. Okay, then we have Ty. This is the entry from Safi Adam. He made these water slides here. They're quite colorful. They pass over this land here, and then finally they end up in the river here. Not really sure how nice this water is for having your boats in, but let's just pretend they didn't touch the water. There's also a diagonal bridge here over the water. Yeah, I think there are nicer ways to do these diagonal bridges. Not really sure if it's nice to have them covered like this. But at least it is nice to see a diagonal bridge being made here. Something I also really like is the supports that Savvy Adam made for these slides here. I think they look really nice here. I think it would have also been nice to see them for the blue slide here as well. But so I think he did a great job on these buildings for the slides, but also on the slides themselves. Okay, here we have the entry from Shen Kitchen. He had the same score as Savvy Adam. So Shen made this launched spinning coaster. Now I must say I really like its layout, but also the support structure here in the middle with the sign on it. Yeah, the colors are pretty cool. I like this color scheme that Shen used with these greenish, white, and red throughout the layout. I think that gives it a really nice look. Yeah, also the station for the coaster is quite nice. I really like how he did the paths here. He actually used queue paths for both of these sides, but yeah, it actually also works quite well for the exit path when you do it like this. That's really cool. But yeah, of course the coaster is really nice, but other than the coaster it's mostly just empty land here with some trees. So yeah, if there was some more nice stuff here on this side and this side, it would have scored much higher. But still, this is I think it's a really nice coaster, and it's fun to see someone do a spinning coaster. Okay, then here we have the entry from Hank the Super Nerd. He made this launched, yeah, compact inverted coaster. The station is actually under here. Then the train gets launched directly into this spiral here around the rocket. Then they do this twist here, then a cobra roll, and then they go back to the station. Quite a short layout, but very intense, probably. But it's nice to see it interact here with this temple, which it pops in and out of. Temple is a really interesting structure. You can see all these astronaut entertainers walking around here. Actually, it looks like they're walking in the air here as well. You can see these space mobiles flying around, and there's this spaceship. There's also some satellites here. So it's a very interesting mix between very old stuff like this temple here and futuristic stuff like the astronauts and all the vehicles moving around here. I think it would have been nice if he provided a story for his entry, just so we know what this plot was all about. But still, I think it's a really nice mix of elements here. I think he did a great job in it. Okay, then here in the corner we have this entry from Kanaifa. He made this water coaster here. Yeah, it's nice to see this water coaster travel around this plot here and travel around this little mountain. So it travels up here, then it twists around several times. And then finally here it splashes down into the water. I actually kind of like how he made these paths here. It's called Swamp Walk, and I guess can actually walk here right under the water splash. Now, since it's an entry from Kanaifa, there's also one of these tower launches with this inverted impulse coaster track and one vehicle on the side. Yeah, for some reason always has those in this plot, so this plot was no exception. So yeah, it's actually kind of nice. He also, as usual, he put some nice plants here. Yeah, I think it could have been even nicer with some extra foliage around here, also around the side here. This building looks pretty basic. Probably some extra foliage here on the side. This would have been a really easy way to spice up this plot. Yeah, quite a lot more. But overall, considering the time he spent on it, I think it's a really nice plot. Okay, and then we go to another corner. This is the entry from Axolotl. Now, I absolutely love what he built here. So this looks like the clown face. I believe his story his story mentioned it. So the coaster gets launched here, travels to this cobra roll. Now, I absolutely love how he did the supports here and the clown face as well. Yeah, this coaster is just really nicely supported by this structure here. I think that looks amazing, especially also with that clown face here. Now, I also really love how he did the supports here for this barrel roll. It's actually held up by all these balloons here, which he made with gumdrops. Not very realistic, but I love the way he did that. And, it just really fits the theme. Also loved the Ferris wheel that he made here, also with a clown head in front. You can see these circus stands here, and it looks like he put one of these balloon shops inside, so that the balloon part is just sticking out of these circus stands. That's really cool. It also looks like he uses these circus stands actually as the queue for the station of the coaster. That's just really clever. Oh yeah, I really enjoyed this entry. Definitely one of the more unique entries I've seen so far. Really nice job from Axolotl. Okay, and then we go to another corner. Here's the entry from Maarten. I will use the cutaway view quickly, because there's also some stuff blocking it. Alright, here we go. Now, he made a really nice coaster here. I also love the way it's put in this building here. I always find it a little bit difficult to make giant buildings in my park that look good. But I think Maarten did an incredible job on this building here. It's a big building, but it doesn't look boring in any way. There's a nice, there's nice layers, nice color differences, different materials. It's not a big square, but it actually has an interesting shape. Also, these towers, they really help. So this single rail coaster, I see more and more people use it as track architecture, and I think it's a great new tool in what's available in OpenRCT2 to make cool looking stuff. You can also see it being used for supports here. And the supports here in this cobra roll, they also look fantastic. Hey, the coaster, I think it looks really nice. The only thing I found a little bit weird is that since the coaster has 3 trains, one of them will always be waiting here for a long time. Not really sure if that's intentional or not, but yeah, it will actually wait for this coaster here to pass, I believe. And alright, this one actually goes first, and then this one goes. But they don't really seem to be dueling. Or maybe I just didn't notice it. So I thought that was a little bit strange. But overall, I think this is a really beautiful entry. Great job. Okay, here we have the plot from Anda23. He made this these incredible buildings here. I believe it's something from Lord of the Rings. Well, I'm the only one who hasn't seen Lord of the Rings yet. So I cannot really place this. The ride is called Flight of the Nazgul. Maybe that says something to the people who are into Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, he used a single rail coaster with these limb trains. I think they look really nice together. This will actually work quite well until the Raptor trains are finally included in the game. Now, I absolutely love the detail he put into these buildings, even though they're fully black. But with all these different track pieces being used here, and these different scenery pieces, these towers just look amazing. I love the way he, for example, used this Virginia rail track here, but also these vertical columns to make these arches here, and also these constructions here at the bottom or on the floor level. I was really impressed with that. So this is an amazing building. Not really sure why there's this flat area here in the middle. Maybe it's something from the movie. I don't really know. But yeah, I was really impressed with this plot. I think the colors also work really nice here. Alright, here's the entry from Redarius. He made this big factory building here. Now this looks great. Yeah, it looks like a sewage station, so that fits the theme really well, of course. I really like how he did these splash boats tracks here, but also with the steeper part. Yeah, it actually looks really convincing as sort of a water duct here to lead the water down into the river. Oh, there also seem to be some containers here in the water, just littered about. That's just really cool. Love the building that he made here, also with the red glass behind the windows. And of course, what I found most impressive was these 4 inverting swinging ships that he made. They are synced quite well. I don't really know how he did it, but yeah, this just looks hypnotizing almost. And I think it's really convincing, as it's called a reactor. So probably they're spinning something around here in this building. That's just really cool. I think he did that in a really nice way. Now, there's also this water coaster that goes around here through the sewage. Not really sure how nice it would be to get splashed with water here. What I really like is that for this part he actually used the bubbling goo down here. I think it's the only place in the park where I saw it. May have missed it somewhere else. I think it works here very well with this palette. Alright, here we have the entry from Manticore. He made this wolf from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I believe the name of the wolf is Splinter. He put him here in the middle of the island. I believe they also lived in a sewer, right? Well, I'm not really too familiar with turtles anymore. It's quite a few years ago since I last watched any cartoon or played any of the Turtles games. But still, I think he did an incredible job here on this on the sculpture of Splinter. I think it's quite recognizable, and it sits here really nicely in the middle of this island. Yeah, what I also like is this coaster that he built around it. So it's not just the sculpture, but the coaster around it also looks really nice. What I like about the coaster is that it actually passes through its own support structure here. That's pretty cool, and a nice way of interacting with the top hat again. The support structure for the top hat also looks really good. So yeah, I think Manticore did a really great job on this plot. Okay, here's the plot from Risiko. Will be tricky to do the cutaway view here. Alright, there we go. Wasn't that tricky after all. So he made all these buildings here around this nice looking green colored river. He actually put some silos here. That's actually pretty cool. And of course this he also made a single rail coaster that travels all around the plot here. Actually dives underwater here at some point and then pops out of this building again. Yeah, not too realistic layout, but it does look pretty cool. There's a lot of sharp transitions like over here and over here. That's something which the single rail coaster can do. Yeah, I think it works quite well. I also really like the way these inversions look here. Now, Risiko, I think he also did a quite nice job at supporting these inversions here. I also really like this structure that he made here on the water. Kind of looks like a water purifier or just another sewage station. Well, overall, I think this looks really nice. I'm not really sure if blue is a good color for this theme, but overall, this just looks pretty good. Okay, there's just 3 plots remaining. The scores are all quite close. So I will just show the last 3 plots, and then after that I will reveal which one is the winner of the round. Okay, here's the entry from Mulder. He made this coaster over here. I messed up with the cutaway view. Let me try that again. Alright. What I really like about his entry is the way he did the supports for this coaster here. Yeah, I think it just looks really impressive with this big hole here, in this gaping hole here in the middle. So the coaster actually does a vertical drop here, but it turns around into itself, and then it goes out over here with this half corkscrew. Well, yeah, I think this hole here in the middle looks really nice. And I see they actually pop out here at the same time. Not sure if that's intentional. I think it is. Well, yeah, that was some really nice interaction here. Now, I do think the coaster goes through this layout a bit too fast. Ah, here they go again at the same time. That's really cool. I do think the coaster is maybe a little bit too fast. It really flies through this layout. Also, while it still has quite a lot of speed here, it just suddenly slams into the brakes here. That probably would hurt quite badly. So, not a very realistic layout, but the interaction here is really nice. And I just love the way this support structure here looks. Also, nice decorations here with this big crane here. And also this vehicle here, which looks to be supporting the track. That's really cool. I also love the way the supports are done here. And these pipes here, which appear to be flowing this sewage into the river. So the station, I think it also looks really nice. There's this really nice mixture of metal and glass. Yeah, I will definitely be looking at these buildings in the future when I want to do some nice looking industrial stuff. Yeah, everything that's here is just really nicely done. Okay, then we have this plot from Mulpje. We'll quickly do the cutaway view. So yeah, Mulpje made this amazing plot here with some great landscaping as well. I forgot what theme Mulpje used, but yeah, it was some sort of mythical creature that loved to collect green crystals. I think they used them for fuel or for war. I'm not really sure anymore. But yeah, that's also why you can see all these crystals that Mulpje put throughout the plot that he made with these track pieces. I think it looks really convincing as crystals. That's just done in a really nice way. Yeah, I also love the landscaping. Yeah, Mulpje used a lot of these Egyptian rocks here throughout. It's mixed with some volcano pieces, some bushes, etc. Also love these pipes that he put here. All the really nice buildings, and of course these river rapids that move throughout this entire plot. Yeah, there's just so much cool stuff to see here. Also lots of machinery. So yeah, I think it always works nice if you go for a fantasy theme and then really inspire your plot by some pictures, because that's clearly what Mulpje did here. I think he translated it, what he saw, into this game in a really nice way. Just the impressive stuff all throughout this plot. So yeah, great stuff from Mulpje. Okay, and finally we have this entry from Jens J. Yeah, he made this really nice coaster here. It's called Swarmot's Sewage. Well, it can be quite difficult to follow, but you'll probably see it pop out of this station building quite soon. Now, I really love the way he did the station here. You can see the coaster pop out here. I really like the way the coaster moves throughout this landscape here. Also has an interesting layout with this switch back here. And then it does part of the track backwards. And here's a bit of a braking section. And then it goes back to the station. Also has this backwards spike here in the form of this half loop. Now there's also two tornadoes here in the plot, which Jens made here. I think these tornado structures that he made, I think they look quite convincing, especially also with this, use the green squares trick to let these cars in the form of green squares fly around these tornadoes. I made a tutorial on how to do this, by the way, if you want to utilize these green squares for yourself. Also made a horse fly around it. Yeah, also some buildings that are half broken down because of the tornado, I guess. But yeah, I think Jens did an incredible job here. Like I said, I love this building, the roof here, and this structure. They look amazing. The tornadoes, I think they look really good. I also love all the decorations on this entry. The supports here, they also look really nice. Overall, it's a bit chaotic, a bit messy, but yeah, you always get that when you try to cram so much stuff into a tiny plot. I think Jens did an amazing job here. Great work. Okay, with that out of the way, it's time to reveal which plot is the winner of the round. So, the winner of multiplayer round 46 with the Sewage team is... Mulpia. Mulpia scored, scored a little bit higher than the other two contestants. Like I said, I think Mulpia, really outclassed them a bit here. With this really nice combination of incredible landscape, incredible buildings, and a really nice ride that goes throughout the plot. But yeah, overall, through this round, I think the quality was really high. Jens and Mulder also did a great job, but there were also lots of other entries that I really liked. So yeah, it was quite a different theme than anything we've done before, but I think the players all did a great job working with it. Okay, we'll start a new round soon. If you want to join any of these rounds, you should join my Discord server. The link is in the video description. Discord's completely free. If you want to join a multiplayer round, you'll have to be a trusted member, but you'll usually become a trusted member soon enough if you're active on my Discord. You join in the chats, you join in the contests, and then you can also play on the server. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching all these entries. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.